Winter is coming, and I think it is great to get on top of it before it gets too cold and you haven't really thought through what your closet needs and what purchasing decisions you might end up making. The thought process remains the same for each change of season. First of all, I would suggest starting to unpack what you already have. I think most of us probably fold up quite a few things and maybe either push it to the back of a wardrobe or keep it in storage. And I think it is best to take those things out and go through each piece and examine it. I'll do a couple of things such as try it on, look and check that it's still in good condition, make sure it's clean, and if it is something like a sweater or a knit material, make sure that you don't have any bobbles on it, so make sure to remove those. And just a key tip for you, try and only put your things in storage when it is clean. If you leave stains on your clothing, the stain might spread. If you let stains sit, it will be much harder to remove it later. If things don't fit you, have it altered and fixed. Maybe add a button that went missing and have a little fun try-on session. The next thing I'll suggest doing is reflecting on how you wore the things that you already have. Look back onto pictures, maybe try on the same type of outfits and see if that still works for your lifestyle today. If something doesn't sit right with you, try it on in a different way. Pair it up with something else, or maybe take it to the tailor and ask them if you can change it. Make it shorter, for example, maybe have it fitted properly around your waist, or whatever it might be. As you reflect on the previous outfits, it is time to get really excited and inspired, but also don't get stuck on the exact way that you used to wear it. Maybe try it on in different ways to really stretch your wardrobe and get your bang for your buck. I find winter items to be slightly more expensive because it is made of a larger piece of fabric, such as a coat to cover your entire body. The fabrics being used might have to be thicker in weight. They are maybe of a more expensive fiber. So really think about your cost per wear and try and wear the same coats over and over again, and the same goes with pants, sweaters, and so forth. Next up is identifying the gaps that you have within your wardrobe. Again, I want to stress, start this in late summer so that you have time to make those purchasing decisions and really maybe do a bit of research into really understanding what that gap looks like and what is the best item to fill that gap. There are so many options on the market, and jumping in and just buying the first thing that you see, you might regret. So really make sure that when you fill that gap, you've really thought through your purchasing decision. You don't want to be in a situation where you are cold and you really need a coat, but you don't have one, and you just go out and buy something that you haven't really thought through. I love keeping a wish list for this specific reason. And if it's been on the wish list for long enough, I know that I've longed for it, or I've thought about it enough, and that it will be a worthwhile decision. So some of these lists is not necessarily season by season and that I complete the entire list. Some of these lists last for months and years. So really have a list on your phone or in a notebook, however you like to keep your notes. And then lastly, when you go out and buy something, ensure that it will actually work for your lifestyle and the things that you already own. I have a series on my channel called 1 Item 5 Ways, where I challenge you to really think if you can pair that item in at least 5 ways. I found that if I can do that, I know it is versatile enough to work with my wardrobe. Often I can pair it with much more than 5 different things or in 5 different ways, but you at least have to stick to the minimum of 5. I'm very excited for the season ahead, and I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you next week. Bye.